So we are here today to show you a brand new bonus character, Omen, the Herald of Gargos.
Why, Dave, whatever do you mean by bonus?
I gotta turn this. So kind of the reason we had a lot of questions about, hey, why? What does bonus mean? Why is the bonus person coming at the middle, not the end of the season? And we're here to answer some of those questions and show you some gameplay. But first, just kind of get the preamble out the way. So we call Omen a bonus character because he's not part of the 8-pack that you get if you pre-bought Ultra or Combo. He's the 9th character for Season 2 and didn't really kind of promise him ahead of time or whatever. And the reason we're doing him now is we've been keeping up kind of a breakneck pace of a character a month, and we started to basically get a little worried that we're being too aggressive with our time, and so we wanted to give ourselves some breathing room to give the last 4 characters kind of the time and love and care they needed to get. And so we said, this is a really good opportunity to kind of insert the bonus character here in the middle of the season. And, we can kind of just reset the timeline, basically, and it'll give everyone the time they need to shine. And so that's kind of how Omen came to be at this point in the season. We're super happy with how it's turned out, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't ask Adam I this. I don't know.
I would assume that this being is genderless.
This being is a genderless being?
Yeah.
Adam I, text me if that's incorrect. We'll fix it. So without further ado, guys.
Should we break right into it?
Let's get into it. Let's start walk through the gameplay and we can talk about that.
Okay.
I'm a good man in the chat. We'll answer some questions for you. So if you guys got questions, throw them in here. I'll watch.
So we're gonna go through this step by step with an outline that we wrote to make sure that we're hitting you with maximum shock value along the way. Because this is going to be shocking. I did a little survey on the Twitter yesterday.
Sure.
Some of you were a part of. I wanted to know if you had to compare, Jago to Omen, how would you make that comparison if you were comparing Ryu to somebody else in Street Fighter? A lot of you said Akuma.
Seems like.
Holy crap, you're wrong. This is going to blow your mind, probably. Let's do it.
Can only hope it blows your mind.
Are we up on the screen, Mr. Director?
Yes.
All right. We're highlighting Omen, and there he is. This is the being that was inhabiting Jago and has now been expelled, and he is forcing himself to take form.
Yeah, so Shadow Jago was actually Jago being possessed by this demon spirit that has now kind of earned enough power through battle where it no longer needs to possess someone to kind of do its own thing.
Think of it like a symbiote, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it needed him to survive for a while, but it doesn't need him to survive anymore, so it's out on its own. You can check out, he has some color variations here. So you have some options on how you want to glow. You can glow real big with this one, but we're going to go with the default, of course. And we're going to go ahead and fight some Shadow Jago in training mode.
When in doubt.
Omen's ready for a tickle fight. Oh!
Wings. Are those wings?
What?
Are those wings?
What is this guy doing?
Adam, I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
But that's kind of anime.
Yeah, it's pretty anime.
So good. Denver will be pleased.
Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about Omen. Omen is this guy who has some memories of being inside a Jago, so he does a couple Jago-y things, but let's just check him out step by step. He can walk. His back walk is actually pretty similar in speed to Jago's, but his forward walk is pretty fast, actually. He's got a nice forward stride to him, which pairs pretty well with some of his normals, which we'll get to in a second. Dashing-wise, pretty standard stuff. These aren't very special dashes. The back dash is very similar to Jago's. The front dash is pretty similar to Jago's as well. And let's just get the taunt out of the way, because I know you guys will be screaming for it. Whoa. That's pretty cool.
That's badass.
I like it.
That's B. It's rated BA.
That's BA. Let's do it again.
Oh, it just feels
now
good.
Let's just do them back to back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to talk about his kick normals first, because I think his lower half remembers Jago a little better.
Yes.
So we got standing light kick, crouching light kick. Those look pretty standard. We got standing medium kick, crouching medium kick. Those look pretty familiar as well. Standing hard kick is like a lower version. If you do Jago's hard kick, I need to make you playable, don't I?
You do. Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm such a scrub. All right. So do Jago's standing hard kick. That goes up quite a bit higher than mine. Whoa! Yeah. And the crouching hard kick, do Jago's crouching hard kick as well. See, his goes up quite a bit higher than Omen's does. So there's some differences there, but they're similar.
Yeah.
So let's check out some punch normals. He does the same things Jago, no, just kidding, he doesn't. He uses his claws a little bit more than Jago does. So this is standing light punch, crouching light punch. Standing medium punch is this big swipe. Crouching medium punch is a big scrape. Standing hard punch is an even bigger swipe. It's got really great range on it. Whoop, right about here. Yeah, really good. And crouching hard punch is a nice anti-air scoop if you want to jump at me. Boom. Oh, man.
Whoa.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ignore me, I'm terrible. Yeah. And then he actually has a command normal. Jago's got forward hard kick. Remind the good people what they get hit with all the time, because it's super good.
Sure.
Forward hard kick on Omen does nothing, but forward hard punch does some furious swipes, which serves an extremely similar function to Jago's forward hard kick. Great for starting pressure. Great as a kind of a footsie poke. When somebody whiffs something, you can just leap in at them with this. Very easy to input on forward hard punch. Very cool move. Next, I'm going to show you throws. They're pretty standard, but there's a couple interesting things about them. He gives you the little Sparta boot and puts you right on your back. You can't really get anything off of this until you get to the corner, which is pretty similar to like Glacius or Conra. But once I get to the corner, I get a pretty easy combo off this. I can just sweep you or go straight into the normal combo system, what have you. Pretty good throw. I'll throw you backwards as well. It's very similar. He just spins you behind first. So that's his throw. And
So yeah, I guess one thing we
Yeah.
should throw out there just for openers too is not done yet. Characters still kind of working on them.
right, there are some things that will get better.
There's a handful of stuff that's still kind of being noodled on. So yeah.
How's the chat feeling so far? Have they braced themselves for what's to come?
Chat? No, they're not ready for what's
They're
to
not
come.
ready for what's to come.
Yeah, there's a lot of fly already. People want to see the air.
Well,
But we'll get there in the script.
Well,
this is why we write a script.
Well, I'll show you his jump if you want to see his jump.
Yeah,
His jump. Ooh, that's really floaty. He's in the air for a very long time. We'll come back to that later. Let's talk special moves. But first, let's take a minute to appreciate his insides. This is mesmerizing. You can just stare at him for a while and watch his circulatory system do stuff. And it's really, really cool. Kudos to the VFX team that put this together, because he looks awesome.
It does.
So 5 minutes or so from now, after we're done staring at him, I'll show you the special moves.
He still has.
Okay, I'll do it now.
Yeah.
All right, I'll show you the one you're all expecting first, which is the demonic slide. Light version, medium version, and of course, heavy version goes really far. And they all go through the opponent. Very good move. Light version is safe. Medium and heavy versions are very unsafe. So be careful with that. Does hit low. Good to remember. And I'll show you the Furious Flurry. This is the multi-kick move that Eyes Green was teasing. Looks like this. The medium version goes a bit farther. The heavy version goes even farther than that. And you can keep mashing it if you just want to keep it out. So you can lightning legs it up, literally.
It's my favorite move.
Walk on in, walk on in. Oh, yeah. Okay, don't walk in next
Yeah,
time.
that seems like horrible advice in hindsight.
So those lightning legs, they work on whiff and on block when you
Right,
mash.
but on hit, if you continue to mash, you're just going to get an auto double.
Yep.
So I'll show you, if I just mash, auto double. All right, let's talk about some of the punch special moves. This is the kick special moves. That was quarter circle back kick for the slide, quarter circle forward kick for the Furious Flurry. Let's talk punch special moves. Punch special moves.
Well, I should announce something real quick.
Sure.
Too. So we're at almost 2,400 viewers.
Oh, wow.
It might be more now. I don't know. But if we get to 3,000 viewers, we will show you some. What are we
yeah.
going to show them? Some updated.
We're going to show you what we did to Full Gore.
We're going to make some changes to Full Gore,
Oh, man.
and we'll show you those if we get to 3K viewers. So Godspeed. Go hustle in the community and get more people up here.
That's a good time to take a little break, because you're not ready for these punch special moves. All right, punch special moves. He does not have a laser sword. He does not have a dragon punch. He doesn't have Jago's moves. Quarter circle back punch is kind of his reversal, but only the light punch version is really going to get you out of trouble. And this move is called Orda Shield. Quarter circle back light punch pulls a little fireball out of the ground and does a little loop above your head. If people are trying to pressure, you want to sweep me and do some pressure or something, that'll hit him out. Very unsafe on block, be careful. The medium version starts a little farther and is a bigger orb that travels in a bigger arc, pretty good anti-air, and hits twice. If you jump, hold up for a second. Whoops. Yeah, I can get a bigger juggle off of that. There we go, like that. And the heavy version has an even bigger arc and an even bigger fireball that hits 3 times. Which is pretty fantastic. You can set up some juggles off of that. It's more of an offensive maneuver than a defensive maneuver, but in the right positioning, you could definitely use it as a pretty good anti-air. And here's the fun. All right, let's talk about the Rashakuken. This is his quarter circle forward punch fireball. I'm doing it with light punch. And what you're going to notice here is they're different. What is actually happening with Rashakuken is Omen is throwing. I'm getting the same one.
You're getting the same one, yeah.
Yeah. He has about 11 different fireballs that he can throw. You don't know which one you're going to get. You're going to get a random fireball. And they'll do a thing. And we'll go through what some of those do. That one is the wave. It wiggles up and down. It's actually really, really good. This one's the looper. Just loops at people. Scoot back, scoot back. We need maximum distance. That one's the boomerang. So if someone tries to jump over you, they'll get tagged by that. But you can't get it when you want it. So that one's the homer, actually. So if you would have jumped, that would have followed you. Here's the looper again. It's random, so I can't necessarily show you all of these. We'll see what we get. That's the dud. Occasionally, you just throw it on the ground like an idiot, and it does nothing. Here's the looper again. Damn it, my luck is terrible. There's the wave again. There's one called the bullet that goes super, super fast. This one's the wiggler. It wiggles around.
Bullet came out a little early.
Okay, yeah, it wiggles around Omen as like a shield. Yeah, that's the accelerator. That comes out slow and then moves fast. There's the crawler. That's my favorite. Drops to the floor, then accelerates across the floor. Great for setups if you can recognize that you've thrown it. That was the homer again. Would have homed in on you. So yeah.
A lot of people wondering why random.
Well, why not? Let's throw the medium one and see what happens. Oh, you get 2 of them. And what happens if we throw the heavy one? Oh, we get 3 random projectiles. Ooh, so you can fill the screen with all kinds of fireballs with this character. You're just not really sure what you're going to get or if it's going to fit the situation you need. So part of the fun of playing this character is recognizing what pattern you got and trying to optimally follow those in on your opponent.
It's also worth noting that when you have a projectile on screen, let's say a light version, you have to wait until that one is gone in order to throw another projectile.
You can't throw more until they're all gone.
Yeah.
That's correct. But what's really interesting is throwing a light one is actually really, really fast. Jago Fireball takes about 44 frames from start to finish. But throwing this guy is more like 30 frames. And throwing the medium one, which is 2 of them, is closer to 44 frames. And the heavy one, which will give you 3 of them, is actually closer to 60 frames. So you're committed for quite a while if you want to put a lot of them on the screen. But it gives him a lot of offensive and defensive options. They're just extremely situational. Up close, this move's fantastic as well for pressure. If you want to just block low for me. You can throw these in people's face. And if you get the right ones, they'll keep you very positive. Like if you can get the crawler or the wave, they'll kind of hang out and protect you.
Yeah.
If you hit me while these are out, they don't disappear, which will be tough to do from here. Just jump forward now. You're bad. Jump. Yeah. See, they stay around and they can protect you, which is pretty cool. They do pretty weak damage. They don't build a ton of meter, but they're really, really strong. So I hope you like the Rashikukens. Let's talk about the air. We got a floaty jump. How do we get back? I mean, this is terrible. I'm just going to get Dragon Punched every single time. Well, not by Ramon. Oh my god. Let me show you some air normals. So we got Jumping Light Punch, it's a little swipe. Jumping Medium Punch is this cool claw, which is a really good cross-up actually. So definitely recommend using Jumping Medium Punch a lot. Jumping Hard Punch is kind of an upward strike. If you are in the air with people, it's a great way to knock them down. Jumping Light Kick kind of hits below him, nice knee. Jumping Medium Kick looks like it might be a cross-up, but it's not, but it's still good for air-to-air situations. And Jumping Hard Kick is really cool. It's this big boot. Go ahead and jump up, boom, knocks people full screen. You can actually find ways to combo into that that'll take people to the corner really well. So be on the lookout for those techniques. And of course, the wings. What are we gonna do with the wings? We gotta air dash, right? So we can air dash forward, which has this little swoop, and of course we can attack out of that. Why wouldn't we be able to? So we can do all kinds of stuff like that. Just air dash at people, press buttons. We can air dash backwards, which gets us back to the ground really fast. So if you don't want to be in the air for this long, just air dash back and you'll get back to the ground really fast. Block this cross up. Just kidding. You can just air dash backwards and hit people in the front again for fake cross up. Fun, super, super great. Sorry for trolling you, Ramon.
No, it's fine.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, sometimes you do air dash light kick and you hit in the front and then land behind them. That's nasty. There you go, like that.
Yeah.
That's great. Lots and lots of juice with the air dashes, and of course, when mixed in with this, starts to get really crazy, right? Lots of stuff's happening. If you can get the crawler out, you can recognize that it's hit the floor, which I probably won't get now that I need to show it to you. There it is. Slide in behind it, and it'll keep me safe or start a combo for me and let me get an easier manual. So watch out for that stuff. Learn what your fireballs look like when they first come out and try and react to those patterns.
Yeah, so the
and
bottom line
create
is like,
offense.
you throw the fireballs out, and then the key is knowing the character well enough so you know what opportunities any given fireball opens up for you.
Correct.
Right? So
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Did you say it's like super offensive, or is it like,
It's what you want it to be, right? You can definitely zone with this character. You can definitely go offensive. And if you hug one of those types of play really hard, you might screw yourself because you just might get the wrong patterns. But if you're willing to be a versatile player, which is the type of player a Jago player would normally be, you can play with what you're given, right? Like, oh, this is a defensive pattern. I'm going to hold these. Oh, that's an offensive pattern. I'm going to go in with these, right? And it's all about being willing to, on a dime, just change kind of your mindset between offense and defense, which is a really fun play style in my opinion. All right, so let's talk about some combo stuff. He's got, I'll show you all his auto doubles real quick. Light auto double, I should drop the slide, huh?
Yeah.
Light auto double is those 2 paws. Medium punch is 2 claws. Heavy punch is 2 claws. Light kick, whoops, 2 kicks. Medium kick, 2 kicks. And heavy kick is 2 kicks. So those are pretty standard. His combo trait is called Demonic Loop, which you could also call reverse around the world. So Jago can go heavy, light, heavy, medium, light, or in that order, and loop them around. This character can go light, medium, heavy, and loop those around. And you'll notice something weird happened to Shadow Jago's meter when I did that. He's got a big red X over it. I'm gonna do it again, so pay attention to Shadow Jago's meter. So every time I finish a full loop of the demonic loop, I lock out one portion of my opponent's shadow meter for, I think, about 5 seconds. And they can't use that meter. They can still gain meter, they just can't spend it. So that's your opportunity. Like, obviously the weakness here is you're throwing a lot of fireballs, somebody can do a projectile invincible move through it, but not if their meter's locked out. So that's your opportunity to do a really nasty setup, because even though they had meter, they just aren't allowed to spend it at this moment. So maybe the reversals aren't as good, right? You know, even in the case of like fighting Maya, she has a great reversal with the shadow leap kick. But if you lock out the meter, now you can do meaty pressure much more safely and not worry about that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. This will be, let me get rid of the meter here.
I would like to acknowledge for the chat that we hit 3K viewers.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
They really want to see that forward stuff. That's on normal. I was already on normal. Okay, well, I need to spend it. How do I spend it without showing you stuff I don't want to show you yet? I'll come back to this then. Let's go to shadow moves. Is everybody's pants on? Because this is crazy.
Well, if they are on, take them off.
Okay. You guys probably noticed that Mr. Omen here has 3 units of shadow meter, which is pretty cool. You need to understand that this isn't like the usual 2-unit shadow meter divided into 3. This is an extra unit of full shadow meter. So it actually does take him the same amount of time it takes Jago to fill 1 block, but he just has an extra block he can store up that nobody else can do. So he has more meter to spend than anybody else. And the reason for that is that all of his shadow moves are very kind of like fire and forget, oppressive kind of moves that anyone who's new to the game can just jump in and do, and they're just really cool and they do awesome stuff. So I'm going to start with the lamest one, which is the shadow slide. This is just a really fast, quick-hitting move. It goes through projectiles. If you want to throw a fireball for me, it's kind of the way you beat fireballs. It looks like it went under, but if that had been like a low spinal skull, I just would have gone through it. Would have been great. Demonic slide, pretty good. Furious flurry, so the rapid kicks, shadow version of this, doesn't do exactly what you would expect. It actually shoots a ton of fireballs across the screen, which is a great kind of panic button way when somebody crosses your full screen zoning into the mid-screen area and you say, just no, go back, leave me alone. Now that I've lost the meter, I can show you some of the enders here. All of his enders, every single one of them is a meter ender. they all act like, say, Jago's meter. So I can do a little combo here, and then boom, boom, boom. And you see I got a nice big chunk of meter back. That's great. But he actually has a meter ender that is a double meter ender, like bonus. So let me get rid of this meter real quick so I can show you how much that gives him. So it's really nuts. Watch the meter. Oh my god.
And that's his fireball ender.
That's his fireball ender, right. So enders wise, he has the fireball ender, which is meter. He has the Orda shield ender, which is a launcher. Very useful. He has the slide ender, which exchanges sides. And he has my favorite, the Furious Flurry ender, makes him go Van Damme on you. It's pretty good. Yeah, so Shadow Furious Flurry, you guys saw that. I'm gonna give myself infinite meter now because things are about to get crazy. All right, so let me start with the Shadow Rashakuken. Shadow Rashakuken summons 3 fireballs behind my head that one by one fly at my opponent. Try and dodge these for me. So these actually shoot at the opponent's location, which is pretty great. Obviously, you can slide in for pressure afterwards. Really, really nice. Just got to find an opportunity to summon them. Unlike the regular Rashikukens, if he hits me, they all go away. Good to know. If you do Shadow Orda Shield, you get you some Ouroboros. These are really nice. They'll follow you. You can air dash over people and tag them in the head. You can use them for pressure. They hit 1 time each. So you go 1, 2, 3. They're not a true block string or a true combo, so you can throw in between them, which is really cool. Well, I can't.
Good job.
I'm terrible. Really cool stuff. So let's see what happens if I try to summon Orda Shield again when I have it out already. Oh, they grow. And they hit twice each. So I get 2 loops, which is very, very good. How about Rashakuken? Put these out, I'm gonna summon them again. They grow larger, and they hit twice each. So I can actually get a full combo off of them.
They refresh too.
They refresh them as well. Yeah, so check this out. I summon the Orda Shield, I lose 2 of them, I summon again, I refresh, and I get the level 2 orbs, which gives me all kinds of mix-up potential. Really good stuff. But keep in mind, that was 2 meters.
Right.
That's as much meter as Jago can even carry. So it's very expensive. But let's go a step farther. And no, this is not what he can do with 3 meters. If I do Shadow Rashakuken and then Shadow Orda Shield, I refresh them and I give them homing. So try and jump them this time. And of course, if I do Rasha, Orda, I get homing level 2 orbs. Which is very cool. On the opposite side, if I do Orda and then Rasha, these will start firing off one by one at my opponent's location. And if I do Orda, Rasha, I'll get level 2 orbs that hit twice and then fire off my opponent's location. And he dodged them all because he's great. But that's very cool. It's a very cool way to spend a lot of meter and get crazy. And there's one last thing you can do with Shadow Meter. Well, there's two more things. But this one's called Form a Shadow. You guys will like this, probably. Or not.
There's one thing I can tell you from Twitch chat right now.
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Yes, please tell me.
The balance committee on Twitch chat has
Broken character?
broken,
Okay.
and we need to nerf right now.
All right, we're on it.
Good news. Thank you, everyone, for
Thanks,
informing us.
everyone.
We had, I was a little worried about it, but now that
we know.
Now the committee has spoken.
Well, wait till we get to this line on the outline for them to make a judgment.
Okay.
I actually want the chat in front of me when I do that part. What was I doing? Form a Shadow. Let's check it out. So 3 kicks costs 1